Hey guys, Shivam here back with another YouTube video. If you don't know who I am, I run bunlinelabs.com, which is a personalized first-line writing and lead prospecting agency. So if you're looking to do any type of cold outreach, you can always contact me and I'd be happy to help. So for this video, it's a bit different. It's not a tutorial video like we usually do on this channel. This is more of part of my story and my coming up as an agency. And I really want to discuss this one DM that changed the entire trajectory of my business, and why when you're sending out a DM, it's important that you treat the other person as just not a prospect, but as another human being and as another connection, and what all it can lead to in your business versus focusing so much on sending 300 emails, 500 cold DMs, etc. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So first of all, I would just want to start with where I was in my journey. So I was just starting out with social media management. I was working mainly on referrals and Upwork. I had like a few clients who were referring me otherwise, because I was a white label agency for social media management at that particular time, and I had two clients who I was actively working with. Now who this person actually was, who I contacted, and how I contacted him would be discussed. So who this person was Michael Gardiner, who was the founder of Done For You meetings, and he is genuinely one of the most genuine gurus in the industry, and he is the cold email king. If you guys don't know, here's a picture of both of us together when we met up in Bangkok, which I'll be discussing later on in this video. And yes, he is very tall. I'm not short. He is, I think, over 6 foot something. So yeah, it's crazy how we got this picture on a rooftop bar that we went to. So what led me to him was that it was a success interview on Iman Ghazi's channel actually, where Michael discussed about his social media management agency he was running at the time, and how his employees were all in third world countries, and how he was a digital nomad who I actually inspired to be. And being part of India and being part of the third world country, I really like related with what all struggles he was telling about his team members, etc. And I just thought that he would understand the position I am in. At that time, he did not have a YouTube channel. At that time, he did not have a lot of social media following, etc. He was just a very genuine guy who was running an agency, traveling around, and just like recording what he was doing in his life. Now I actually dug out the entire message that I sent to him, the first message that I sent, and this is it. I said, "Hey Michael, loved your interview with Iman. Hope you're well. Would love to connect with you." Now this was the first message that I sent to him. No, extra things were added to this message. It was a very personalized, normal message with "Hey" first name. What I loved about him, because I genuinely really liked the interview, and I watched it 2 to 3 times because I really related with what all Michael was speaking about at that time. And I just said I would love to connect with you. I did not ask for any help, etc. I just wanted to make a connection with him because he seemed like a really great dude, and he was leading the life I wanted to lead in the future, and I just thought having him in my network would be really beneficial. And he just replied back to me saying, "Hi Shivam, glad to hear you liked the interview." And I just said, "Yes sir, I myself am based in India running an outsourcing agency." Then he asked me some questions, and he just said that I just said that I'm actually quite small in the industry right now, and I'm still focused on social media management. Now this actually funny story led to him asking me about my portfolio, etc. I sent him my portfolio over. He said he was not looking to hire anybody at the moment, but it was great to have me in his network. And precisely 2 days later, he texted me saying that one of his freelancers who was doing social media management left, and he actually wanted to work with me on this. We discussed pricing, and he became my third client. And since then I've been working with him since that time. And you can see this was May of 2020 that we first connected. This was our first message back then, and that's where it all started. So why did I actually get a response? Now the response was because the message was in no way spammy. I was curious to hear what he did and make a genuine connection, and I did not look at him as an outreach number or on a pedestal, but as an agency owner. So what happens with us is that if you are contacting somebody in the agency space, we may do it as you know even he inspired what I wanted to be. I did not treat him as like okay, he is everything. I treated him as like a person who I wanted to connect with and actually learn from, and maybe teach something too as well, because I had skill sets that were different from each other, and I could obviously would have helped him to understand something that he wouldn't have understood otherwise. So I followed up with him. I actually connected with him on a very genuine level versus just seeing him as a client. Even after that, when we started working together, I always made sure that we were more of friends than just colleagues, and I think that is what established the connection together. Now this was the part where we actually met, introduced each other, and started working together. Now this wasn't the reason that this changed my entire business. what happened after this, after the social media management clients that changed my business, was that he became a client and gave me work for social media management, which I was doing at the time. He started connecting me to people in the industry and recommended me highly, and I got 3 to 4 more clients just through Michael's referrals because he knew so many agency owners in this space. He mentored me with cold email and helped me launch One Line Labs. That's right. So he was the person who introduced me to cold emails. He is the person you guys see tutorials on my YouTube channel because he was doing a small mastermind group, and he invited me over to that mastermind group because he thought that I would benefit from cold email and how to reach out to social media management clients. And while working with him, I saw this opportunity of first line writing because Michael was teaching first line writing, but a lot of people in the mastermind were not being able to find first line writers for themselves. So I always stepped up and said if I can help them, obviously with Michael's permission. People started giving me projects on first line writing. Michael himself gave me a few projects on first line writing, and I really enjoyed the process, making the money on the side. I hired somebody else to do it with me, and that's where my journey began as a first line writer. And actually, One Line Labs was the name was given by one of these people inside the group called Bruce. So if Bruce is watching, shout out to you. And I've still stuck with the name. This is the logo right here that actually Michael Gardiner's partner Felipe made for me. So it's in my room now. It's in my office. So it's great that how everything connected around Michael at that time. And he actually became a partner in the company once he saw what we were doing and how it was going. And we met up in Thailand where we spent 5 days brainstorming together, enjoying the digital nomad life that in 2020 I actually sought after. So like precisely 2 years later, I was in the same position that Michael was at that time, and I traveled to Thailand especially to meet up to him. I went to Bangkok, I went to Chiang Mai. I have a video covering that whole journey on the iCard or inside the description that you guys can watch if you want to see how my experience of Thailand was as a digital nomad. But yeah, that was the story about the person who changed my entire business. Michael, if you're watching this, thank you so much again. You can catch Michael and me's podcast on his channel as well. I'll link that below as well in case you want to see about our journey as well, because we discussed that over there too. So yeah, with this video, I just wanted you guys to know that it's not always about hitting the numbers and just selling your service. Sometimes it's more about connecting with people and actually making a genuine connection. And that is a story that Michael and I went through, and that's generated tens of thousands of dollars within each other because we were there for each other as just agency owners and connecting each other, referring each other, and actually being friends inside this. So yeah, it can be a lonely life as a digital agency owner. So it's always great to find people who are like-minded and to connect with them. And yeah, if in case any of you guys want to connect with me on a personal level, I would be happy to. You can always reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook and we can get chatting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this different style of format of lifestyle versus just tutorials. If you did, do hit the like button and subscribe down below, and I'll have some nice tutorials for you coming soon. Bye.